Sometimes our delay to get something done isn't about genuine deliberation. It's more about procrastination or a fear of committing to a decision or this belief that a better time to do something is going to magically appear. This kind of waiting isn't strategic. Instead, it's self-sabotaging. It's like standing on the edge of a pool, knowing you want to jump into the pool, but then, you just hesitate. The water isn't going to get warmer while you delay. You're just wasting time and energy. First of all, sometimes we wait when we already know the right decision. And often, the delay isn't about needing more information. We already have a strong inclination about what we want, but we allow fear, self-doubt, or inertia to hold us back. We create elaborate justifications for our inaction, telling ourselves we need more time to think it over, when in reality, we're simply avoiding the potential discomfort of making a choice. This is particularly true for decisions that involve some degree of risk or require us to step outside of our comfort zone. We know that applying for that dream job or going on a date or starting that business venture might lead to rejection or failure. So we postpone the action, hoping the fear will magically disappear. However, the fear rarely diminishes with time. It often grows stronger. So recognizing when we're using waiting as an excuse is the first step to overcoming this pattern. And you need to remind yourself that you can actually lose out on an opportunity. The most obvious consequence of waiting is the risk of missing out altogether. Opportunities, ladies, are rarely static. They have deadlines. So in a previous video, I gave an example of a student who was waitlisted for a course and ends up missing her chance to take a course with a professor who was teaching a course she was really interested in. But we can lose out on jobs, relationships, travel experiences, and countless other possibilities if we wait too long. Because the world is not going to wait until you get ready. It will move on. But this doesn't mean we should rush into every decision impulsively. What it does mean is that we should be mindful of the potential cost of our inaction. Sometimes the best time to act is now because the opportunity can slip away. And another thing I want you to think about is just losing the courage to act the longer you wait, because courage is not a constant. Like, you don't suddenly become courageous, at least most people. You have to build that courage muscle in your daily life. The longer we postpone a challenge or a decision, the more our courage erodes. The initial spark of enthusiasm and the motivation that we had can dwindle into a sense of dread or even feeling overwhelmed because you see the time passing by. So the task that seemed manageable at first can become this daunting mountain the longer we stare at it. This is because waiting allows our fears and our anxieties to fester. We have more time to imagine worst-case scenarios or to amplify our self-doubt and to convince ourselves that we're not capable. So by acting more promptly, we interrupt this cycle of fear and maintain the momentum of our initial motivation. Also, I love the idea of failing fast, if you fail at all, because I view it as life's feedback, and we could miss valuable feedback early on. Waiting not only delays our progress, but also deprives us of valuable feedback. Whether we're pursuing a personal goal, a professional project, or a creative endeavor, feedback is essential for growth and improvement. So by taking action sooner rather than later, we create opportunities to receive feedback and learn from our mistakes and adjust our course of action accordingly. In the video, when I was talking about waitlisting, Sarah had signed up for the course immediately. Let's say that's what she had done. She wouldn't have experienced the anxiety of being on the wait list. She would have received immediate confirmation and could have focused her energy instead on preparing for the course. And I say that to say that waiting sometimes delays this crucial learning process. We miss out on the chance to refine our approach or to adapt to challenges and ultimately achieve better results. The opposite to waitlist in your life is not reckless impulsivity, but decisive action. It's about recognizing when waiting is serving a genuine purpose, such as gathering information or carefully considering your options, and when it's simply a form of procrastination. So before I wrap up this video, I wanted to share some strategies also for getting things off the wait list or making decisions with more confidence. The first being is that you have to trust your gut. Often, we already have a strong intuition about what we want, so learn to listen to that inner voice and avoid over-analyzing everything. The second thing is to set deadlines. Give yourself deadlines for decisions and actions and create a sense of urgency to prevent procrastination. Also, break down large tasks. Overwhelm is a common cause of procrastination. So breaking down large tasks into smaller, manageable steps can make them seem less daunting. Well, not even seem, it will be less daunting when you break things down. And also focus on the benefits of action. Instead of dwelling on potential risks or challenges, focus on the positive outcomes that could result from taking action. Also, embrace imperfection. Perfectionism is a major driver of procrastination. Accept that things don't have to be perfect to be worth doing. And look for feedback early, because you can make better decisions if you talk to one or two trusted, emphasis on the trusted people, even initially. Whatever it is you've been putting off, you don't need to walk down, a line of validation, but talking to someone about it early can help. Don't wait until everything is perfect or seemingly perfect to seek feedback, because early feedback can help you identify areas for improvement, and it can also help you avoid costly mistakes. So ladies, we need to stop letting procrastination hold us back from living a full and meaningful life. The older we get, the faster time seems to be moving. So recognize the cost of waiting, trust your instincts, and take decisive action. Stop always putting things off. Stop waitlisting your life and start living it. Thank you for watching today's video. Hit the subscribe button to be part of this growing community and to show me some support, and go make it a good day. Until the next video.